No, I don't remember. It's about jobs.
Okay.
Man, no, I don't. I would literally just thought about it. I hate when that happens.
Yeah. What were we talking about again?
Talking about jobs.
Oh, my jobs.
Oh, I remember. Um, just like when YouTubers, like when like YouTube is their full time job, and they're like,
Yeah.
oh, I just get so tired. I'm just tired all the
Yeah.
time, and it's like I go to bed at like 3 in the morning, and then I whatever, and it's
Wake
like,
up at
dude, if
one in
YouTube's
the
your only
afternoon. Yeah.
job, just get a
Yeah.
normal life.
Yeah. Oh, it's so hard to play video games for like 8 hours and then pressing upload.
like like I
Do
get
you?
that stuff takes time, like editing and stuff, but still,
Yeah. It's incredibly ungrateful.
like
I mean,
I
I
do.
guess there are some YouTubers who put like genuine like work like into their videos, like
Yeah.
animators, but like, dude,
Hey guys,
I don't know.
glad to have you here. We're just
Hello,
talking about
everyone.
jobs and YouTubers and all that stuff. I got David here. I guess I didn't
Hello,
say that
everyone.
before.
Welcome back
Can you
to
hear him?
your Daily Dose of Friday. Welcome back to your Daily Dose of Internet. That's what I sound like.
um, so the stream today, it's just gonna kind of be a little, I guess, hectic might be a word. I don't know.
It
Uh,
seems like it's gonna be pretty chill.
it's gonna be a chill stream. It's gonna be a maybe not much happening stream. Depends on what we do.
Yeah.
So basically, I would have done this in a video, but I figured since it's a Saturday, it makes more sense to just do it as a live stream, and it's more fun because we get to like live chat with you guys, so that's always fun. But basically, I just want to talk about some stuff from the channel that's happened over the past year, and maybe discuss with you guys about future stuff that we'll do on the channel and where I want to see it go and where you guys want to see it go. So I have a couple things I want to go over, but I'll let you guys decide what you want to do first. So I was thinking we could maybe either watch or just kind of like skip through old videos just for the fun of it, a little bit of a nostalgia trip. But then I also want to talk about discussion videos and then go over things like some of my favorite thumbnails and then ask you guys what your favorite thumbnails or videos were. And then just some other miscellaneous stuff like that. So, anybody have any preferences on what they want to start with? I love that.
And
Just
anybody else?
dead silence. Hey, thank you, man. Glad to have you here.
Dogman
Oh, the
movie.
Dogman movie. I get a
I haven't
trailer for
seen a
that
lot
every
of
so
ads for
often.
that yet. Yeah. I was going by Barnes and Nobles and they had like Dogman posters and like, cardboard cutouts everywhere. So, yeah,
Isn't it by like the same people from Captain Underpants?
I think so. Yeah, the same studio.
I think it is.
Yeah. Let's look back at the old times.
Are we thinking some videos? I'll pull that up.
Yeah, you can do that.
What do we want to watch? We got a whole host of old videos here.
Well,
I
let's
would.
start with your most. We'll start with your most popular, if you ask me.
Oh, my most
Start with the most
popular
pop.
video?
Yeah, yeah.
By
Let's look at your
far,
most
my most.
popular
Okay.
video.
Are we thinking most popular main video or most popular short or most popular Instagram reel? Because do you guys want to get your minds blown right now? I'm going to blow you guys' minds. Let's go to Instagram, all right? I almost post nothing on Instagram. My most popular Instagram reel has
Yeah.
217,000 views.
Jeez, man.
And it's nothing except for stinking Despicable Me 4. It's a Despicable Me 4 meme about William Afton. And it's got 217,000 views. I don't know how that
Short-term
happened.
content is the future, everybody. If you want to
Here,
make
I
it
should
big.
hang on. Can I share my screen with you? How do I do that?
I'm watching your
Oh, you're just watching the
stream, so
stream.
I can already see what you're saying.
Well, I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. Anyway, but yeah,
Yeah.
that's still crazy. And we're up to 53 followers on Instagram, so crazy.
Good job, guys.
But my most popular main video is my mango video, which was a discussion video from way back when. I don't know if I have this hooked up to the sound here. Let's see. Properties. Let's do that. All right, let's see how loud this gets.
Mangle, probably one of the weirdest and most interesting characters.
Okay, that needs to be louder. Do we want to watch it or do we want to like skim through it? Because this is a bit of an older one. 9 months ago. Hey, this one was released close to my birthday. That's pretty fun. Hello? David, you there?
Hey, Dad.
Oh.
Dad.
He's busy. Oh, yeah, that's what it was. It's been so long, I kind of forgot what it was.
Yeah.
Are you back?
Hello?
You're here?
What the heck?
I can hear you.
What the heck? I unplugged my. Okay, hold on.
He's having technical difficulties.
Yeah, I am. Hold on. What?
Man,
Yeah.
this is a while ago. Do we want to watch this? That's 15 minutes.
Okay, we probably don't have to watch the entire thing, but yeah, we can watch it.
Here, let's see. Oh man, the editing style on this is so old. I could just give you guys a brief rundown of this whole video. Essentially, endoskeleton, bonnet. That's exactly it. That's the whole thing. This was back in the day. Here, let's see. Where's my discussion video playlist? Here we go.
Okay, so we're at the
Oh, ads. I forgot I get ads on my own videos.
You not have ad block?
I don't
Not
I
ad
don't
block.
use ad block on my
Not use ad block? You probably
not
should. It's
not
free.
not on the official channel. I do on my personal one. But I don't usually watch YouTube videos on here, so
Fair enough.
you know, there's that. But the mango one was actually my second. It was my second. This was my second ever discussion video. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. I didn't realize it was the second one. I always thought it was a bit later. When did I start doing discussion videos?
I think like
April 20th.
20th, really.
Yeah. Anyway, what were you saying?
My mind completely blanked. But yeah, do that. We're off to a great start here. But sorry, I'm kind of multitasking right now. I'm trying to figure out some stuff with my audio. It's kind of like going weird, but
Dude, you're good.
yeah. If you don't know, chat, I'm using a mic that I've used since like 2020. It's really old and like literally like keeps falling on the ground and like keeps spazzing out. So I definitely want to get a new one in the future whenever I go on these live streams. But now I guess we're just kind of make do. But I do apologize if I like cut out or don't sound right.
Hey, you know, we gotta do what we gotta do.
Yeah,
That's all we
yeah.
can do.
They're good runs with this mic, but I really need a new one.
It's like your car.
Yeah. You don't know, chat. I also drive a 2006 Honda Civic. It's really nice for a while, and then it just crapped out.
Well, you've been, for as long as I've known, you've been driving that. That was your first car, wasn't it?
Yeah, I've had that since high school.
Yeah.
And like, I didn't really want to. I'm like, I don't really need a new car. I mean, this still works fine.
Well, yeah. But you know, so sometimes it's like my dad.
Yeah.
We're going on a side tangent about cars here, but my dad's old car was like an '01 Toyota Corolla. Just it was an okay car, but it was so small. And it was like he was driving that thing for as long as I knew, and then like I don't know, probably honestly close to 10 years ago, it just was like the radiator broke. There was like some of the handlebars broke, the seats didn't sit upright, like the whole thing was falling apart. And he was like, well, if I just fixed the radiator, it would be fine. And we're like, just get a new stinking car, dude. like next thing you know,
That's
like
the
you're gonna like fall out. You're gonna be sitting there with just the steering wheel, and the whole car is gonna be gone.
That's the thing about like Asian built cars, like a Honda, Toyota, Hyundai. They last a really long time, but when they
Mhm.
give out, those are done. You can't fix them.
It's
So
like vital equipment too. It's like, oh,
yeah,
the handlebar to my door broke. Now I gotta go around.
yeah. Or my windshield wipers or don't work anymore. It's like it's always the
Ugh.
stupidest thing that you take for granted.
Well, maybe that's why they do it.
Maybe.
They make that stuff fail intentionally, and then you go, oh, I take this stuff for granted. Maybe I should. Maybe I should think about it more.
Yeah. Like seriously, if your windshield wipers don't work, that's seriously aggravating and also a hazard. But it's
Well,
really
yeah, that's kind
frustrating.
of very important. Anyway, back to the stream here. I don't know. So this is the mango video, most popular, at 7,000 views, which is pretty good for me. And a lot of comments. How many comments did this get?
Let me see up
72
top.
comments. I feel like that's the most comments I've gotten on a video.
Wow.
But that includes
do you think?
replies, so
What was the most replayed part you see?
oh, I can probably see that in analytics. Let's go to analytics. Let us see what the most replayed part. There's not a most replayed part. It's just kind of consistent.
Oh, okay.
I wonder what's my most. Let's see. Let's do some more recent videos. Let's see. What was this one's most replayed part? There's not. Sometimes there's not replayed parts, and then sometimes there are. I feel like it depends on the video. I always do this. Sometimes I go through my videos and I'm like, oh, I'll just go see what like the most replayed part was, and then I go through and every video I click on, I never find a replayed part. I feel like I know there's one somewhere. We gotta go
Who
back.
does that? Chat. Put down in the chat what your first car was, if that applies to you.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah. And also the number of your license. Okay, don't do that. Please don't do. Please do not do that.
Or if you don't have a car, what do you want your first car to be?
Oh yeah, your dream car.
So what? Yeah, we could do that. What's your dream car?
Yeah.
What's your dream car, David?
Another Honda Civic.
Go figure. Go figure.
I'm not even kidding. I love my Honda Civic so much that I'm just gonna get another one. It's so reliable.
Honestly, fair enough. Guys,
Yeah.
I'm gonna sound really weird. My dream car, some kind of minivan. I love minivans.
Oh, yeah.
You can
Minivans
fit
are cool.
you can fit a ton of people in there. You got a ton of storage space, especially if you can
Yeah.
take the middle seats out.
They're
Like,
fuel
I don't know.
efficient. Yeah.
It's a nice one.
Compared to
Like,
yeah. Compared to other cars, I guess.
well, yeah, I don't want a little tiny car. Like
Yeah.
a singing.
You don't
I
want,
mean,
like,
maybe a clown car actually would be helpful. Fit a ton of stuff in there. All right. What else? What are we doing? So we looked at. Oh, this is all my discussion videos.
Yeah.
We have 22 discussion videos as of today, which honestly feels like not that many.
Is there another movie review you want to do? It doesn't have to be Finance or Phrase related. Was there
I don't know. I've
another
been
movie
thinking
review
about
you
that.
thought about doing? Yeah.
Um,
It would be fun if you just pivoted to comedy, like Adam Sandler movies.
but yeah, I've been thinking about another movie review of something else. I just don't know what movie. I guys haven't gotten that far yet. Like, what movie do I want to review? Because it would have to be one that's kind of popular. Like, you don't want to review oh, I movie reviewed this straight to streaming movie. That's bad. But
I don't know. Straight to streaming movies are kind of so bad or funny.
Well, I guess it
And I
depends what
think,
it is, but you get what I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah,
A
yeah.
Nissan. Can't say I know much about Nissans. David?
What?
Oh, you
I
just
don't
kind of
know.
went quiet for a second.
Nissans are pretty nice. Are you gonna play the new Poppy's Playtime? I heard another one, or the fourth
I
one came
actually
out.
finished it. I was gonna bring that up. I
Oh,
played it.
really?
I finished it. The rest of the
Chapter 4.
uh-huh. I
Yeah.
haven't. The rest of the videos will be out tomorrow. I'm gonna do We're
Okay.
gonna be doing a triple upload tomorrow of all 3 of my
Ooh.
final Poppy Playtime videos. But did you guys watch or see anything or play Chapter 4 yet? Like, have you guys do you guys know everything now? Because I feel like I want to talk about it, but I also don't want to talk about it if people haven't finished it.
I mean, I don't really play Poppy Playtime games. So, but I'm fine with you talking
Well,
about it. I just know that like one of my favorite voice actors was in it. Uh,
who?
Poppy Playtime or Pappy Play? What was his name? Happy Playtime. His name was Al. The voice actor was Alejandro Saab. Great voice actor, but he played one of the characters.
Huh. I feel like you could look that up.
Yeah, let me look the damn thing.
I mean, I can spoil it. I finished the game. It was fun. I just want to make sure none of you guys in chat didn't finish it, because I don't want to spoil it for you guys. But it was a crazy chapter. It was a good chapter. However, I'm ranking it third out of all the chapters in terms of my favorite. Chapter 3 is still my favorite because I think it's the scariest. It's the most iconic to me. It's the one that I first played, a year ago from today. So that's kind of a bit of a special place for me. So Chapter 3 is number 1. Chapter 1 is my second favorite because it's got Huggy Wuggy. I love Chapter 1. Chapter 4, third favorite. I love it, but there was a lot of bugs. Oh, I thought it was funny. I can pull up the Steam page for it.
Oh yeah, he played father. Yeah.
Father? Oh, I think I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I thought this was funny though. So I played through Chapter 4, right? And the worst part was the Yarnaby section because that was so difficult. It was just so terrible. And then they had a patch note yesterday, the day after the game came out, and the day after I played it, and they patched the whole Yarnaby section. And I'm like, come on.
Really?
Like, they just made it easier after I finished playing. But yeah,
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Rip to Yarnaby. He was a real one.
Rip to rest in peace.
He didn't deserve to die.
Yeah, didn't deserve that. As if
I
you know what
have
I'm
to say
saying.
though, my favorite character from Chapter 4 is Doey.
Bowie?
Doey?
He was played by Michael Kovac. You know who that is. Played Angel Dust in the pilot of Hazbin Hotel.
Really?
Yeah.
I would have never gotten that.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, Doey was just such a great character, and he was making me cry. It was so sad.
Really?
It was so sad.
Shoot. I mean, I'll play it.
He was such a sad character. May he rest in peace.
May you rest in
Except
peace.
for Poppy.
As if,
Poppy deserves to stink and die for what she did.
as if I know what you're talking about. Dang it! Now I need to play these.
They can be quite long, depending on,
And so I've heard. Yeah.
Well, and it also depends if you're experiencing a lot of bugs.
I heard it is really buggy.
Well, I'll show you my favorite one from part 3 of my series. Oh, well, there's Barry. Where is it? It's close to the end, isn't it? Yeah. So at the end, you're watching the stream, right, David?
I am, yes.
All right. So in this section, my hand got stuck because I didn't really realize what I was supposed to do. So I was confused. My character was dying. I'll just mute this. So I died. Okay?
Yeah.
I lost. The game's restarting. It's reloading me at the last checkpoint. And I'm just talking about how broken the game is, and I fell through the map. It didn't even load. It didn't even load. It just fell through the map. It and I had another occasion in one of the upcoming videos that I'm going to post where I also fell through the map again, except that one was half on me. I may have jumped off the map, but there wasn't an invisible wall. So it's only half on me. Because I intentionally jumped off the map and fell through the floor. So
You fell through the floor? When
Yeah.
that's supposed to happen?
I was not supposed to jump. Okay. You guys will see it when the video comes out, but there's a part where you're running away, and I don't know like where I'm supposed to go. I wasn't really seeing where I had to go, and I thought I had to jump through a section, so I jumped through this thing, and there was not an invisible wall blocking me, so I jumped through there, and then I just fell right through the floor, and right out of the map, and I had to restart the section. And I was like, oh, there goes that. More bugs. But I have to say the worst part of the chapter, this is just turning into a review, but I'd say the worst part of chapter 4 for me has to be the doctor boss fight. The context for the fight, for you, David, and anybody else who hasn't finished it or seen it. So you confront the doctor. He's kind of the main villain of the chapter. You confront them. He's like a bunch of TV screens and like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Hello? You good?
Yeah.
I was hearing a bunch of like weird noises. So the doctor, he controls like hundreds of these robots that have like TV computer screen heads, and they're like chasing you around. And if they see you, then they start chasing you, and you gotta like lose them. It's probably the worst AI out of any game I've ever played on the channel. It was so bad. And I don't know if they've patched it or if they're going to, but like
it was just like it didn't function well, or it was just like
it didn't function well. They were really bad. I just don't know what was up with that. I think it was rushed. It really felt like it was super rushed. I'll have a clip of it when the video comes out, but there was a part where two of them were just like running into each other head on, and they were just stuck there in an endless loop. And I would like walk in front of them and like walk into them to try to get them to break up, and they just didn't move. They were just running into each other. It was just terrible AI. I don't know what was up with that.
At least they patched it, at least, right?
Well, I'm assuming they will. They haven't patched the section yet, I don't think, because they just did the Yarnaby section. And I don't know if anybody else had any issues with the AI there, but it was really bad. Like, it was like old Fredbear games, or like really old, like GTA NPC AI bad. Like,
Yeah.
it just was not good. So I think that was like one of the biggest downsides for me was that it just was bad AI. I don't know what they did, but other than that, it wasn't too bad of a chapter. I enjoyed it. Better than chapter 2 in my opinion, but I like all of them. It's one of my favorite game series. It's in the description of the channel, so there's that. Also, I guess this can kind of segue into actually talking about the channel now.
Yeah.
For the 1 year. I wanted to go over some fun history with stuff like the profile picture and the banner and stuff like that. Because there's a lot more work behind it than often meets the eye. And sometimes there's more subtle changes that sometimes people might not notice. Like example, I changed my profile picture and banner, so they are different than the one that came before, but it's not a super crazy noticeable change. But I will go through. Oh, we got the desktop, so I'll go through and we can kind of go through all the iterations of past stuff. So I want to start with the R logo, as I call it, because it's the R logo.
Wondering what it
um,
stands for.
but
It's
we
Ryan.
have
Oh no, guys.
technically we have 7 or 8 iterations. Technically 8 iterations, but I include 7, um, because we have the OG, the original, the first
Yes.
iteration, really bad to be honest, like really bad. But I also made this in like maybe 10 minutes because I didn't have a profile picture back then. I think I was still using Sal, so I
I
needed an
mean,
actual
for,
profile picture.
it is pretty creative for something
It's
you made in 10 minutes. And you
yeah,
could have just went on Paint and made like a crudely drawn R, but I do like what you did with the trying to make it. I don't know.
yeah. I get what you're
Aesthetic.
saying. I got inspiration from because I was just trying to figure out like good logos, and I was just gonna steal one off of Google at first, but I saw one that it wasn't like this, but it had like an R, but there's like a cutout in it somewhere, and I was like, oh, that's
Yeah.
kind of fun. I'll take that and kind of work off of that. So then I made this one, which wasn't too bad, and I had the blue because blue is my favorite color, so that's why it was in there. But yeah, and I remember you are an OG. You were back when FNAF 2 era. That's when you
Yeah.
joined. So
It's back when you had like 5 subscribers.
yeah, well, yeah, that was a long sinking time ago.
So
Hey, welcome to
thank you,
chat. Glad to
thank
have
you,
you here.
Baldwinsburg. Yeah, thank you, Baldwinsburg too. You've been here since the beginning, and we could
You've
have
been
done without
here
you.
since the beginning, and you are a channel member, and that just means a lot to me. So thank you for that.
Also, Ryan, what is your desktop background, if I can ask?
Oh, yeah, because it changed. So this is from the Poppy Playtime gameplay trailer. So the guy in the middle
Really?
here is the doctor, and then these are like those robots I was talking about with the bad AI.
Uh-huh.
Except
Mhm.
this is the coolest they've ever been because they weren't very cool in the game, but this was cool, and so I just thought it was pretty cool. And this is a thumbnail I used for one of my videos, so I thought it turned out pretty cool. I do have an idea for a new background though, but I didn't want to put it up yet. And thank you for being here, and thank you for the happy anniversary. It's fun to have you guys here. And yeah, so with the R logos, go back on script, if you will, even though we don't do scripts here. Um, this is the first iteration, and then I changed it to AI background, but with an updated R. This one was used only for a little bit until I came up with a better background. Um, but it was an actually much more refined R, and it actually looked a lot better. And then I updated it to here, where obviously you can see some Five Nights at Freddy's inspiration with the background, because that's where I realized I wanted the channel to go. And you'll start to see where some of the more iconic parts of the channel come from with this, as you have the red stripe and then the black and white checkered pattern, which is FNAF style. And then I moved on to the third iteration, but at this point I've been using the same R for like a couple different iterations, so there is that. But I updated it with a circle to kind of emphasize the R a bit more, and that's where the circular profile picture comes from that we have nowadays. And so then after that, I realized I wanted to make an actual circle profile picture that would line up with the fact that YouTube's profile pictures are circular, which I don't know why I didn't think of that sooner before then, but whatever. And then I updated it to this one, which was a huge jump in terms of quality and actual, like, I don't know, refinedness, I guess you could say. Because this looks bad, just really bad. This starts to look a bit better, but it is still the same R from all the way back from iteration 1.5, as I called it. But you can start to see where the stuff comes from now, because you see it's the same checkered pattern with the red stripe and stuff, but it's not exactly FNAF. And then we jumped to version 5, which I think was 600 subscribers or like around there. And it's far more refined, far more simplified, and we move away from the checkered pattern because I wanted to. And you start to get a more, you know, I guess refined is what I'm going for. And the R logo is the actually third version of the R logo, despite the fact that it's iteration 6 of the profile picture. So a new R was created for this. It's a lot cleaner, a lot more refined, a lot more whatever. And then we jumped to version 6, which was the previous one that I've been using for a while. And a lot more refined, a lot nicer. Pretty iconic for me because I used this one for a while. But it still had the same R as before. And then now we jump to the one I'm using today, which looks a lot like the old one, except it is completely built from scratch. Unlike, well, they all were built from scratch, but I didn't just flip the colors, even though that kind of is what it looks like. It is all built from scratch, but I thought inverting the colors would make it look a bit better in terms of, I don't know, just appealing this, because this looks like a bit dark, a bit kind of whatever. This kind of brightens things up, makes things look a bit nicer, and it is a new R. So it's the fourth version of the R, the actual R itself, and I think it looks a lot better. It's kind of got the same style as the previous version, but it's a bit taller and a little bit thinner just to make it look a little bit nicer. So, and then that's all of the R logos. We went through the whole lot. They're all pretty similar, but you can see the clear, I guess, development lineage to what we have today. But it all stemmed back from the classic. There's my spiel. There's my speech.
I do like how you still kept the same design for the R. Like, obviously, it went through some designs, but it basically fundamentally stayed the same. So,
yeah, we can try to do that. Do like a side by side.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
More
it
things
is
change, the more they stay the same.
similar,
You know?
but it looks a lot better, like leagues better. But you know, they gotta stick to the roots.
Kind of reminds me of like the newer one. Reminds me of like the circle. At least reminds me of like the Imperial or like the Galactic Empire.
Oh, the Galactic Empire. I
Yeah.
kind of did think about that a little bit when I was making these. I'm like, the color palette kind of, you know, it makes it think of like the Empire or maybe some other stuff, but I thought it turned out pretty good. But I think we're good. It looks good. And I thought about adding like glow to the thing, but I think it looks fine just kind of flat as it is. And you guys can't really tell here because the R is kind of in the way. But if I pull up the, where is it? You guys can see the whole behind the scenes. Yeah, I guess it is kind of a, you know, it isn't my birthday, but it is the channel's birthday. But yeah, you know, it's a special day.
Happy birthday to Ryan's channel. Yay.
But this is the whole behind the scenes. So this is where I keep all of my videos. Everything YouTube related is here, where there's a lot of stuff. But I have everything organized and sorted so I don't lose track of everything. But if we come here, as you guys may or may not know, in my discussion videos, I have the R logo rotating, but the R stays in place. And I do that by having them as separate files, separate PNG files. So the R and the background are separate. So then when I'm making them, I just throw this in here. This rotates, and then I throw the R over top, so the R doesn't spin as well. But as you guys can see, there is a level of, I guess, gradient here, where it is a bit darker in the center, and then it gets lighter as it goes out. But you can't really see that on the final product because the R is in the way, so there is detail there, but it is hard to notice. But yeah, that's all of the R logos. And we'll just kind of do a flyby of the banners since, you know, they're not as special. I don't take as much time with the banners. Iteration 1 of the banners, classic. You guys will know it, classic. David, you should know this one.
Oh yeah.
This
Greatest
used to
show
be,
ever.
This was from Twitch. This was from the Twitch days. This used to be my Twitch background. It might actually still be. Hang on. Can I get on Twitch from here? Where's Twitch? Oh, I gotta log in. Oh, it just auto logged me in. Here we go. I haven't been on Twitch. Yeah, it's still the Twitch banner in the background. I haven't been on Twitch in a long time. Fun fact, since Twitch got brought up, that was the last time Glitched Attraction, my first playthrough, was the last time I was on Twitch. So, that was a long time ago. Anyway, back to this. So, first banner, nothing to talk about, just a bunch of clones. Second banner is not very good. But there are some key elements that have stuck through, like the R logo, that carry on through the different iterations. So this one was around the time where the second R logo was coming up with a bit more like FNAF inspiration, so that's what I was going through with the banner. But then we moved to here, same deal here, more FNAF inspiration. But one key detail is that the name always stays in the middle, and on the left is daily videos, on the right is subscribe, and that's a detail that sticks through all of the banners. We move to this one, and you can kind of tell which era of our logo they belong to because of the fact that I use the same style for both the thumbnail border trim and the banner. So this one, you know, version 4, kind of basic, very basic, but pretty iconic for me. Version 5 or 5.2, because I added in the hashtags a bit later, massive jump. I added a little bit of text for TV viewers because, you know, I kind of felt bad. TV viewers who are watching, who are on the homepage, and they go to the channel, they didn't have any special text. They just saw the main thing in the middle, which is made for computers. So I added a bit of text for TV viewers, which surprisingly, every so often, you know, YouTube will give like, oh, here's your weekly analytics. Like, here's what happened in the last week, like a week recap or whatever. And sometimes they'll throw in like, what percentage of people watched on TVs? And it's always like 10 to 15% of people watch my videos on TVs. And I'm always astonished by that.
Really?
Like 15% of the viewers I got in the last week were watching on a TV. Like, people are putting me up on the big screen. They're like sitting back on the couch. They got their bucket of popcorn and they're just watching me play games. Like, it's like a whole
Can you
movie.
imagine like at like a Buffalo Wild Wings, they put your videos up for like
just at a
70
bar.
people in a to watch, like
That would
right
be
next to
crazy.
the, like they're all watching the Super Bowl and then your channel's just next to the screen.
That would be so weird. Like, imagine that's what happens. Like, you're sitting at a bar and you're like, oh, come on, you know, I'm rooting for this team, and then you just look over and you just see somebody playing like Five Nights at Freddy's. Like, what is that doing over there? Like, what the heck? You watch on the TV
Hilarious.
too? I can't say I've watched a single one of my videos on a TV.
I used
gotta
to
do that.
watch. I used to watch YouTube on my PlayStation, but I don't know
Huh.
if that really counts as like TV. But
I mean, I
maybe it
guess it
does,
would
I don't
because if
know.
it's on a TV screen,
yeah,
so
I mean, I personally don't. I don't really like doing it on the TV.
yeah.
Because I don't like typing with the TV remote.
Oh yeah.
But whatever.
I mean,
It is pretty nice to watch on a big screen, but
I only ever watch on my computer because that's just what I use, and occasionally my phone.
Yeah.
But I gotta try on TV. I haven't seen my videos on the big screen yet. I gotta do that. But here we get a bit more of, I guess, better looking. It's still pretty generic, but that's kind of the banner. You know, I don't put a ton of like crazy stuff in there. But we do get the introduction of the hashtags, which I love putting on the banner because they're so fun. We have hashtag Ryan broke the game again, which is a real hashtag. I put it in some of my videos. I gotta see how many videos of mine do I have that in there with. I should check. We should check.
I wrote that.
How many videos have this hashtag? Because I like to make my own. How many videos is that? That's what, 14 videos that I have that hashtag on? That's a lot of videos.
Oh.
All of these, I did something that broke the game. Or the game just was broken, and I happened to claim it was me.
When did we break Chain Together?
I think it was when let's see if we can find it. I have it
I
in my
remember you
it's
broke-
here. It's here. I have it. I have it here. Okay,
A
so
year
I'm
ago?
climbing. We're
Yeah.
climbing up this tower.
I never ended up going to that. You know.
I'll mute this. So we broke it because we were climbing up the tower, and I got launched. I got slingshotted like that.
Oh,
It just got
that
full
that
slingshotted.
part was like way too complicated than we made it. Or
Absolutely. We could have made that way easier.
Yeah, we.
But yeah, I felt like it was fun to put on the banner because it's an actual hashtag. Hashtag RIP Barry the Cart classic. Barry holds a special place in my heart. He
Is
was
that like
he was a real one.
Is that your version? Is that your version of Tiny Box Tim?
No, he was a character in Poppy Playtime. He was in chapter 2, and he was in there for like one section, and then you send him careening down a hill. And ever since then,
That's it.
he's been a true hero.
Right.
And then he made a surprise cameo in chapter 4, and I was
Right.
brought to tears seeing him again. It was so great to see him. He made a surprise. But he's got to be on there. He's a classic. And then I went through a couple different iterations. I used to put some like fun hashtags. So Hydrolysis, I have no idea what that was, but it was in one of the FNAF fan games that I played, and I thought it was such a strange word. I put it on the banner. And then I don't have it. Maybe I don't have it here. Oh, I guess I do. So then version 6. So that was version 5. Version 6, we updated to a new style, but I just kept the same text because I was lazy. And then I updated the other hashtag to Night Marina because I was in another FNAF fan game, and I don't know what a marina is, but it was a weird word, and so I threw it up on the hashtags. But here, everything else is the same except, again, the new style of border. And then we come to the newest iteration, version 7, which uses the updated inverted colors. A whole new, like, everything here is new. I didn't just reuse text or anything like that. Everything here is new. Still got the hello TV viewers, got to keep that in there. Everything's got a little bit of a glow. Daily videos and subscribe still on the same side, but they actually have something that makes them stand out a bit more. So it's not just a bit boring. But, new style. And then the hashtags. We have a new hashtag. Hashtag Barry the Cart lives because he lives on. He didn't die. So, we added that one in there. Had to. Kept Ryan broke the game again. Classic. And then I threw FNAF discussions on there because it is an actual hashtag that I use in my videos to just, keep them separated. So that's about it for banners. Again, nothing special, but I kind of felt like I had to include them in here because, history of whatever. So that was banners. And moving on to what is arguably some of my most iconic stuff is the thumbnail border trim. Sorry, I have to just do that, otherwise it's not going to line up. There we go. The thumbnail border trim, which is on pretty much all of my videos. It's an iconic part of the channel. It's the branding of the channel because I wanted branding on the channel, and I didn't know how else to do it aside from just actually creating a brand on the channel. So the first iteration I made way more complicated than I had to, because as you can see, this is not a PNG. This is just a regular picture. And for some reason in my mind, I thought, well, what I should do is have this, and then the thumbnail that I have, I should change the size of the thumbnail to fit inside of the border. I don't know why I thought about that. It's kind of dumb, but that's why this one's like this. But it's a pretty iconic one. It was the first version, but also pretty basic and not all that great. Kind of distracting. But I think it's the skinniest / smallest border trim. Version 2, massive upgrade. A lot bigger. A lot more refined.
Instead of a white center, it's a black center.
Well, but this is an actual PNG, so the center is hollow.
Oh, okay.
So what I do now, and I've been doing it since I updated with this one, every single iteration after this has this. Instead of trying to resize the picture to fit, I still change the size of the picture to kind of match this, but it's a little bit different because I put this over top of the thumbnail that I create so that I don't have to like try to resize that picture, and because I added in curves on the side, so it overlaps the picture and kind of makes it look a bit more, I guess, better, you could say. But this version is actually a rare version because this was only used on one video. This specific thumbnail border trim version 2 was only used on one video. And then immediately afterwards, I didn't like it, so I updated to version 3, which is a lot more refined, a lot cleaner, a lot sleeker, and kind of worked a bit better, worked with what I wanted it to. And we used this one for a while before updating to version 4, which was the most recent version that I've been using. I don't know. I was a lot more refined. I changed it from curves to just a straight line because it was easier. But I also thought it looked a bit better and kind of made it like, I don't know, looked a little bit better. But it fit in better and it just kind of looked a lot nicer. And then we move on to version 5, which is very similar to the previous version. However, it is a lot different. Obviously, I did the inversion of colors, so instead of it being a white center with a black outline, it is a black center with a white outline. And I added some cutouts to kind of give the actual thumbnail a bit more color, because I color code all of my thumbnails, so this way you can kind of see the color of the thumbnail a bit better. And I don't know, I just thought this one turned out a lot nicer. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do for version 5, but then this just sort of came to me like a divine intervention, and I created this. And yeah, that's all the thumbnail border trims. There's my speech again.
Nice.
But I do have a lot of templates. I have them all saved here because it's easier. And I do have them
holiday
all.
Themes.
Huh?
Oh, I saw holiday themes.
Oh yeah, holiday themes. Cool. This is my Christmas one. I guess I didn't include these, but
yeah, well,
you know, they're not an iteration.
You have an art. Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah, so I made them Christmas. Everything here was hand done. So the leaves were hand done by yours truly. It's not great, but you know, it turned.
That's impressive.
It did what it needed to do, and then obviously I have all the colors to indicate. The hardest one was discussion videos because they're green, but the leaves are green, so it's kind of hard to tell, but it still worked out fine. And then my Christmas special is actually all of the different colors that I use for that. But I have all the iterations here, and here are all the new ones. As of today, I have an interior border trim for my discussion videos, just to kind of, you know, mix it up a little bit. So you see these in the video. It looks a little bit nicer. But here's all of them. I have a specific members thumbnail border trim because there may or may not be a members specific video coming soon of unseen content. So definitely going to want to stay tuned for that, and or become a member to see that, because you know, you guys will be the only one to see that. We have all of them here. Nothing else to really talk about that. But the colors do change every iteration, so it's not the same colors every time. Like, for example, this was for specials videos, this is iteration 4's color. It's like a more of a deep hot pink. And then for version 5, it kind of goes back to a more purplish color. So the colors do change because I feel like it kind of mixes things up. But that is all of the templates and everything I have. I have, I guess, a couple other stuff. I keep copies of these for like thumbnails, just in case I ever need them. Like if I'm making like a video on FNAF 1, I'd use this because it looks a bit better. But you know, I keep a whole bunch of random stuff in here, and some of the older versions of stuff. So it's been a while since I've done these. Holy, I used to put these up when I didn't have a thumbnail for the stream, but now I just make a thumbnail for the stream beforehand. Kind of forgot about them.
You're free to stick around while I make a real thumbnail. Nice.
Yeah, I used to do that, and then I stopped because I was like, I'll just make an actual thumbnail, then maybe people will watch the stream. But that's about it for that, I do have a couple other pictures here, as you can tell. These are mostly just different.
Oh, oh,
What?
oh, go away.
What?
Did you thought? Oh, never mind. Ignore me.
Are you
Keep
okay?
going. Yes, keep going.
Are you
Show
sure?
us go on. Yeah, yeah.
So I have a list of thumbnails here that that are my favorite or ones that I like, and then some special ones here. And then, I don't know, I'll ask you guys if you have any that you enjoy, but we'll just kind of go through them and why I like these. This is basically going to be like the self-praising section because these are all my thumbnails, and I'm talking about why I like them,
My
but,
goodness.
that's okay. This one is probably my favorite thumbnail I've ever made, and this was before the border trim. This is back when I didn't even use that. But this is my favorite thumbnail I've ever made because this is actually a lot of Photoshop with this one, and you might not even think about that because you just see Fredbear, he's in the doorway here, there's a doorway, and then you have Spring Bonnie, he's like in your face and he's yelling at you. But in the game, Spring Bonnie and Fredbear cannot show up at the same door. So I had to cut Fredbear out of his door, move him over to this picture of Spring Bonnie I got, and then I had to line up his specific angle with the angle of the door because in his picture he was just a straight up and down 90 degrees, but this is at like a slight angle. So I had to like find a way to, I just basically had to tilt his picture perfectly, but it lined up really nice, and the way that he kind of blends in the background just makes it my favorite thumbnail just because of how it looks. It turned out really nice. So that one's my favorite. And then I have a couple other ones that I really like. I have this one of Scrap Baby from my FNAF Pizza Sim revisit. This one, quality-wise, I just thought turned out really nice. Like, the different shading. Like, as I added shading, I added, a bunch of different, I added the glow for the eyes, stuff like that. So I thought this one turned out really nice. Not much else to say there, just one that I thought turned out really nice. An iconic one for me is my first Poppy Playtime Chapter 1 thumbnail with Huggy Wuggy, classic guy. I like this one because I had this specific picture in mind for the thumbnail before I even started playing the game. And so I knew this is what I wanted it to be, and this is probably the only thumbnail that I feel like turned out 100% as what I wanted it to be. So that's why I really like this one, because it's basically exactly what I had in my mind translated to a thumbnail. And it's pretty basic, but it still turned out really nice. This one I really enjoy. It's not the best quality thumbnail, but the context of this thumbnail is what makes it the best, because this is the first playthrough of Pizza Sim, and I didn't realize there were 6 nights in the game. So I beat night 5. I was like, yeah, I beat the game, let's go, I won. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh, there's actually a 6th night in the game. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me, night 5 was so difficult, now there's gonna be a night 6. And so that's why I hope he's like that, because that's exactly how I reacted after seeing that. I was like, oh, come on, there's a sinking 6th night here. So that's why I like this one. Just more of a fun comedic one.
Is that an actual screenshot from the game? Just,
yep.
The little Fredbear like doing his
is
taxes.
Well, he's filing lawsuits because this is the lawsuit section. So he's all upset because we're getting sued by people. And so
for like murdering like security guards. Like, oh man.
Well, we were getting sued because kids were getting scared. Which, just grow up, kids. Why are you getting scared? But that one turned out nice. And then the last of favorite thumbnails is this one of Phantom Freddy. This one just turned out really nice. Again, just kind of like the Scrap Baby one. This one just turned out really nice. I just think, the contrast, the coloring, and a lot of times there's stuff that you guys don't often see in the thumbnails because I either cover it up or, I kind of blur it out. But if you look down here, it's kind of smudgy and kind of whatever. And that was because there was actually an in-game HUD over different aspects, over different parts of this screenshot. Because I screenshot out all of my thumbnails, unless it's a discussion video, but even then I try. but I have screenshot out all of my thumbnails, so I kind of have to work around HUD stuff, and I had to do some erasing on this one, but I still thought it turned out really nice. And that's
What
kind of it with
software do
like,
you use to? I'm
huh?
sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
What software do you use to make your thumbnails?
I use good old Photoshop.
Photoshop.
Kind of a funny story with that. So I pay for Photoshop, right? And it's quite a bit of money, but I think it's worth it in terms of actually making good pictures. But I had thought about getting Adobe Premiere for video editing, and so I had it for like a free trial, and I was gonna edit a video on it. Like this was like a month or two ago, and then I opened it up, and it was basically I didn't know what on earth I was doing, and it was very confusing, very weird. I didn't like it, so I just canceled the free trial, and I'm just sticking with
Okay.
what I got because it's easier.
Yeah, I mean, if the name broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, that's kind of
Money
what I was
something you
thinking.
don't really need. Yeah.
I was like, maybe I can do better editing with a better software thing. And then I kind
Yeah.
of realized, like, no, I can just edit better if I actually, edit better.
Yeah.
So,
You can get Adobe, but like you don't really need Adobe if you have Audacity and
yeah. Well, and I just
Future
use
Resolve.
Clipchamp. Like I've been using Clipchamp.
Okay.
Shout out to Clipchamp here. We'll open them for a second. I'll show you guys some of the video editing process here. Oh, here's some of my discussion video stuff. Shout out to them. I've been using them since day one.
Nice.
So here's a little
Microsoft
behind the
Clipchamp.
scenes of the discussion video stuff. You just kind of throw your things in here, and then you kind of can compile them on different layers. And then you just...
Layers.
All right, Shrek. Well, you just put them on
Oh,
here,
sorry.
and then you call it good. And that's kind of... Yeah, that's kind of it with Clipchamp. But, that's... Give them a shout out since we're talking about that. But yeah, there's a couple more thumbnails, and then we'll get into some other stuff. I promise. We'll move on. But this one was the first thumbnail to use the border trim. So shout out to this thumbnail here. First one for that. This one might not look like a special thumbnail, but this is the rarest thumbnail I have on the channel. It's a one-of-a-kind thumbnail.
Really?
And this is a one of...
or it's like...
Well, it's a
Okay.
rare one of a kind Raja Bro 3 thumbnail because this is the only thumbnail to use the second iteration of the border trim. Because I made this thumbnail, I didn't like how the border trim looked, and then I made version 3. But I kept it on this video. So this is the only video on the entire channel to use the second iteration of the border trim.
Nice.
Which makes it
Very nice.
the rarest thumbnail on the channel. Because there's at least one kind of other border trim and stuff. So, rarest thumbnail on the channel. And then, my most recent thumbnail that I've made. Even though technically I've made thumbnails more recent than this. But, this is the most recent one to come out on the channel. So, it uses the new border trim. And I actually do add a glow effect to the border trim. It's a fairly noticeable glow effect. But I added on all the border trim just to give it a little bit more depth than just a straight, clean line. It just makes it look a little bit nicer. And this one actually took me a lot of time to make this thumbnail. Like, I don't know, at least 30 minutes to an hour to make this thumbnail. It's a lot of time.
Yeah, you
'Cause
added the glow effects there, but...
I added glow effects around them, and I go in and I like do the contrast, I do whatever, and then I add in custom shading. So you can kind of see it on these guys, but like I added shading in specific areas, darken some places. Bonnie, I had to completely replace his eyes so that he can have the creepy looking glow eyes. Mangle too. And so I just add shading on all of these guys just to make them, look a bit better. That's the most recent thumbnail I have. Okay, that's a lot. Okay, I'll take a deep breath. That's it for all that.
thank you for showing us, your different thumbnails and stuff.
I'm
We all
grabbing a
appreciate
drink.
your work, but yeah, we all appreciate the process and work that goes into it.
I've been trying to put more time and effort into the videos because I'm gonna be honest here. For a while, I was putting time into the videos, but I just felt like I wasn't putting enough time into the videos, and so I've been trying to give more time to actually editing, working on the thumbnails, stuff like that, trying to just improve quality and just my skills in that kind of regard. So that may or may not be why newer videos have at least a little bit better editing, because I've been trying a bit better more, but okay. Anyway,
Anyways, I
anything
think
you want to say,
moving
Dave?
on. Not really. I other than I enjoy when we stream together in the past, I guess. But other than that, I don't know what to say, man.
Well, I enjoy when you can come on and stream with me because it's fun. So
Yeah, it is fun. But moving forward, I guess. Yeah. I guess that's where we can pivot.
not to butt in, but you reminded
Oh,
me.
no, go ahead.
This applies to you and people watching. This is kind of part of what I wanted to talk about. Is there anything you guys want to see specifically for the channel going forward? So whether that's like new editing styles, new games, new something.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, what do you plan for the future specifically? I knew we were gonna go in that direction, anyways.
Well, yeah. I kind of just envision myself doing not like obviously the same, but pretty much what I'm doing now. A lot of FNAF fan games, and try to include more random horror games, especially like newer ones that are coming out. And I know this year's gonna have a lot of games, a lot of mascot horror games, and a lot of just other games. Like I know there's at least a couple FNAF things coming out. We have Secret of the Mimic, we have Joy Creation, maybe Pop Goes. I'm not sure with that one, but I know we at least have those first two. We have probably like Pop Goes is a FNAF fan game series.
Oh, okay.
But there's probably going to be like 10 Band games coming out this year, so I got a couple live streams that are going to be doing that. So we can bring back the Band live streams whenever those games come out. They're going to have a lot this year. They have like 8 and 0. I think there's like a Mario Kart Band game. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff. Yeah, Band, he's something else. But I do kind of look forward to those just because, it'll get me another live stream or two. So there's at least that. But yeah, I want to try to maybe expand my horizon a little bit by kind of trying out some other games and other horror games. I want to make live streams more like random games, and I've already done that a little bit this year. Obviously, I streamed Getting Over It, I streamed Portal 2, and then we did a Fredbear stream, and then obviously we have today's 1 year stream. But I want to start doing more like random games, or games that like I enjoy but I wouldn't necessarily make a video on. Like stuff like Portal. I love the Portal games, but I wouldn't make a video on those, so I thought maybe streaming them would be more fun, because then I can play them, but then I'm not making them a dedicated video, right? So that's kind of what I have in mind for that, whereas the mainline videos are going to stay horror games and probably a lot of FNAF games, but even then, I feel like I'm kind of running out of those a little bit. But whenever I feel like that, I always find like 10,000 more FNAF games to play. So who even knows if I'm actually going to run out of those. But as for upcoming stuff, I have my glitched attraction replay for 1 year, which is going to start Monday or the 3rd, because obviously tomorrow is going to be the rest of Poppy Playtime, and then I'm going to have that glitch attraction replay start up then. And my thought process with that is I have the whole original playlist up here. And I think the funny thing is that these came out in March, so it's not even been a year since I've played these, but, you know, that's okay. What's up, David? David?
I'm sorry. Technical difficulties.
Oh,
As
okay.
always.
Just wanted to make sure everything was okay.
Yeah, we're fine.
But yeah, so I'm replaying these, and I thought what would be fun is I'm gonna do another 7 videos on this game, because I'm gonna basically remake these videos. So instead of it being like, you know, I replay the game and, you know, do whatever, it's gonna be like I replay the game, but I remake the videos essentially. So it's not, I'm not gonna do like same reactions or like, whoa, I'm playing this game for the first time, but like I want to remake the thumbnails for all of these, but in like my newer style. So I just think that'd be more fun. So like have Nightmare Bonnie walking towards the closet, but like it's a new screenshot and it's got my updated style that I use, instead of it just being an actual screenshot from the game with like no Photoshop, because that's what it used to be back then. So but that's kind of my plan. I feel like the Springtrap one is going to be difficult because you can hardly even see that he's there. I don't even know how that one got almost 600 views back then, because you could barely even see him. He's like not even there. He blends into the background, but I don't know. I just think that'd be fun to do, so I'm looking forward to that. And yeah. Kind of on that scheduling, I'll show you my actually empty schedule for this month. I didn't get to scheduling too much. Whoa, right. Brace yourselves. But this is my schedule. This is
Oh, bright.
Yeah, I wish they had. I don't think there's a dark mode for this. I wish they had it, but you know, it's okay.
Oh, we
Is
do,
there-
but
Is there
who
a dark
cares?
mode
Who cares?
for this?
I don't use spreadsheets.
Well,
Or
I do, because
whatever.
it helps with organizing.
I'm sure this in like edit or something like that, but it doesn't really matter. It's fine.
Whatever. I have to look at this, so do you guys.
I in college I took a class on a Excel spreadsheet. It's literally just on like how to use Excel spreadsheet. It's so unimaginably boring.
I
It
had
was
to
so
take
easy
that
to
same
do, but
class.
yeah, it sucked. I hated it. It
I
was just so
dropped out
boring.
the following semester, so
Oh, yeah.
it was not fun. But this is the schedule.
College is fun.
College isn't for everybody. I'm just gonna say
Oh.
that. Make your choice. If it's for you, you go. If it's not, you don't go. That's my thought process. But this is my schedule, right? Poppy Playtime, Glitch Attraction for the next like week. And then I am going to do my Extra Tuna music video quick take video. I was going to
Wait,
do
what?
that 2 weeks
You making a
ago.
music video?
No, I'm not making a music video. So I'm assuming you don't know who this is. And some of you guys might not either, but you guys definitely know what he made. He's the guy that made that Mimic song where everybody just repeats their name constantly. And it's like the worst music on the planet. I don't want to play it here just for like whatever sake, save you guys' ears. But he's the one that made that like just terrible Mimic song. And so I had actually gone through and I recorded my reaction to 4 of his songs, and that was probably the biggest drag I've ever had to do. It was both entertaining and terrible at the same time. And so I was gonna make a horror quick take video on it, but then the Poppy Playtime gameplay trailer came out that same day, so I made a video on that. and I kind of had to postpone this one. So I'm just gonna do that next week because our Justin Bieber's baby song.
What?
He's asking which one's worse. He's asking
Oh,
whether Extra Tuna's music's worse or Justin Bieber's music's worse. I'm gonna say I would rather listen to Justin Bieber because at least that's more like nostalgic at this point. Because he was big in like the 2010s, so I feel like I'd rather listen to
yeah,
that.
those were good times.
They were good times, and I may not like his music, but I'd rather listen to that than stinking the Mimic saying that he's the Mimic 1,000 times in a row. Or listening to what is arguably the worst beat in human history, which is his Baldi's Basics song. Is so bad. But that's coming up next week. And then I guess depending on what we want to do or what's happening, I'm thinking, David, if you're free, if you want to do
Next
another
week?
next week on the 8th,
Okay.
if you're free, we could do another stream and actually play something. But
All right,
I
we'll
just
see.
know that I know it's kind of close to when you're gonna be gone, so I just thought I'd see. If you can't, you know, you can't. Like it's not a end of the world, but just thought I'd ask.
We'll see. We'll see.
But I'm thinking that's gonna be either next week. It's gonna be either that, or I'll just find something else to play. And then on the 15th, we're bringing back FNAF World. I saw some people comment on my old FNAF World stream, and they were like, "Where's part 3? You didn't make a part 3." So we're making a FNAF World part 3 live stream. It's coming back. We're finally gonna play it again. It's been like a good
Yay.
month, over a month, about a month. So we're doing FNAF World again. So that'll be fun. That's not next week. That's a week from now. So, or not a week from now. A week from next week. I'm getting all mixed up. But anyway, that's sort of my schedule. And then I got to figure out what I want to play for the rest of the month. I'm sure I'll find some games. I always do. If you guys have any game suggestions that you want me to play, either tell me now or leave a comment, because, I am always looking for new games to play, and I say that in every video at the end of the video, but I always mean it. I'm always like, I really I really want something else to play. Like if somebody else has a game they want me to play, then just let me know. But yeah, because I need to still fill out the whole month, and then I gotta do next month, and then the month after that, and all that kind of stuff. But I just don't know when games are coming out, because obviously I'll schedule out time to like Joy Creation and Secret of the Mimic, which Secret of the Mimic we will be playing in VR. I'll dust off the old VR headset and we'll actually play it in VR. I'm looking forward to that. I miss playing VR games. I haven't done that in a while. So we'll do that for whenever that game comes out, but that's probably not going to be for a while. But anyway, that's kind of it for scheduling, I guess. Not much else there. And I don't know. I feel like I had other stuff I wanted to talk about, but now I gotta remember. We talked about the thumbnails. We talked about the profile picture. I don't know. Anything you want to talk about, David?
No, not really. I don't know. Just happy to be along. Yeah, what a journey this has been, and what a journey it will be in the future. I'm excited for you and what you entail in this YouTubing journey.
As a line from my favorite intro song to one of my favorite TV shows of all time says, "It's been a long road getting from there to here."
What show is that?
Oh, it's a show.
Oh, okay.
It's a line from the intro song to Star Trek Enterprise. I love that show.
Oh, okay.
It's a classic show. But yeah, look at all these videos. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. I remember I was gonna do this. I wanted to see which we had more of, thumbnail wise. Which thumbnail border trim had the most videos?
How many videos do you have up now?
Well, it includes live streams and shorts, but we're at like 450.
Wow.
But that includes all of my live streams, and it includes all of my shorts. So the number is slightly inflated, especially by the shorts because they're not really videos, but it is still probably around 400. But I would say probably, how about the Christmas ones come in there and use up like 30 of them. Iteration 4 has a lot. I feel like Iteration 3 has the most. But Iteration 1 has a lot too. I don't know. Iteration 1 still takes the cake. I mean, look at how many videos we have of that. They go up to here. And then Iteration 3 only goes to here. So I think the first version still has the most.
Do you have a favorite video that you made?
My favorite video.
That, like either like you that you like how it turned out or you enjoyed the most while making.
I think
Like, if you had to delete all the videos, but keep one.
But keep
what,
one.
What would it be?
Oh, that's an even tougher question.
Yeah.
I would say my favorite video. Man, there's just so many. Can I do 2 videos?
Fine.
Because it's the same game.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Yeah,
would
just
say my
explain
favorite
why.
videos were Finding Frankie. I love that game.
Really? Okay.
They might not be the best editing or best, actual made videos, but I'd say those are my favorite because I really love that game. It was a super fun game. I would say those are my favorite ones. They were just a ton of fun. I mean, I like almost all of them. I would say Return to Freddy's, the first one, was also a fun video to record. That was a ton of fun. I would say my favorite, if we could specify it down a little bit and go with something like favorite discussion video, which narrows it down to 22 videos. I'd say my favorite discussion video has to be the issue with current FNAF theories or the problems with current FNAF theories. Just because that one turned out really nice in terms of what I talked about, what got brought up in the video, and even some of the editing and stuff. I just thought it turned out really nice. And so I would say that's probably my favorite discussion video I've ever made, even though it wasn't the most popular. But
yeah.
And then that also, ties into the fact that it's going to get a sequel as of potentially right now, because I have a poll up that, you guys can all vote on to see which topic you want me to do. And right now, the problem with current FNAF theories part 2 is winning. So, did you vote yet, David?
I have not, because I am fine with whatever's chosen.
Oh, okay. Okay, Mr. Middle of the Road.
Listen, I go with what the people choose, okay?
No, you're just a coward. You just don't want to vote. You don't want to vote for something and then have it not win. I see how this is.
Yeah, you're right. All right, I'll go vote on something now. I'm gonna put other.
You're gonna put. Please don't put other.
Well, if you didn't want me to put other, you shouldn't have put.
Okay, well, if you're gonna put other, then you have to leave your topic idea in the comments.
Oh crap!
Yeah, yeah. You know how many
Uh,
people pick other and then they don't leave anything in the comments? There's always like one person that picks other and then there's no comments. And I'm like, why would you pick that if they didn't leave a comment?
It's
Like
an
it clearly
enigma.
says leave a comment. Like now you're just wasting votes. Like go pick some other topic.
What would you do if everybody voted other, but
Nobody left a
nobody left
comment?
a comment? Nobody comment. Like, what would you do?
I'd make a whole video dedicated to guys. This isn't gonna work out anymore. I'm ending the polls. We're not doing these anymore.
Never doing polls again.
Dude, it just. I really hope nobody picks other. And then I can't vote on my own, so you know, I can't rig it. Wish I could vote. Then I could just rig the
I
vote.
mean, just make multiple accounts and have them all vote for one topic.
Just make like 100 bot accounts.
Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll make a bunch of accounts, vote other, just not comment on it.
Word. Well, if it was a
I'll jam
case
the
of
ballot box.
if it was like this right now, and then there was like 50 people that voted other, but the rest of the poll looked like this, then I would just pick the second most lead one.
Oh.
Because if there's like 50 people that voted other and nobody left a comment, I don't have anything to go off with that. So I'm just gonna pick the next
Okay,
one. that's
everybody listening right now. The next time he puts up a poll, everybody is going to vote other, but do not leave a comment. We're gonna force Ryan's hand.
Guys, I capitulate. You guys clearly don't want another video. I'll be done.
I'm deleting the channel in 3 days.
Yeah, you put like the video up that says like YouTube's deleting my channel in 3 days. Here's why.
Because none of you voted on the last poll or commented why we should do other.
I just don't like. That's still, it always baffles my mind when that happens. I'm not like, I never ever get like angry or like, oh, what, you left and you didn't even do anything. I'm just like, why'd you pick that then? Like, is it the case of like they want to see where the results are at, so they just pick an option?
I think maybe they do want to see other, but they are hoping someone else will like comment.
Oh, so then they'll pick other,
suggestion.
and then somebody else will pick other and leave a comment. Oh, okay, maybe.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I mean, that
I
only
don't know.
works when somebody actually leaves a comment. But no, it's sort of just there because it's been there since the first poll I ever did. So it's just kind of more iconic at this point, or nostalgic, if you will. I got.
Are you willing to? Oh, I think I already asked you that, but
No, what were
I
you
guess
gonna
are you
ask?
willing to do, like instead of doing another like movie review, would you do a show review, like a review for a show, like any show?
Maybe. It's definitely something that's crossed my mind. Because I do think it could be fun. But I just feel like, you know, you got to kind of find the right thing. So.
Maybe do a poll.
Oh, other. leave what show you want me to do in the comments. Then I would get a bunch of comments with people putting on like crap shows in the comments. I want you to do a show review on the Backyardigans. No, I'm not gonna do that.
That's not a crap show. You take that back.
Okay, fair enough. The wording was used poorly there, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'd totally do a review for the Backyardigans.
It could be fun.
Oh,
Yeah, you
Pablo was my homie.
He was good. Yeah, Baldwin Birds, you did do 3 videos on that Angry Birds TV show. I don't know how you did that. Yeah, there was like a really bad Angry Birds TV show.
I wasn't even aware.
There's a lot. This is why I like your channel, Baldwin Birds, because there's a lot of Angry Birds stuff that I did not know about. Like, when I think of Angry Birds, you know, I'm like, oh, you know, you got the classic, and you got, like, the space, and you got, like, the Star Wars, and then there's, like, a whole bunch of other stuff, and I'm like, I haven't been keeping track of that since, like, I was a little kid. So, I'm like, it's just fun to kind of see what's new. Anyway, well, I guess a couple other things that I wanted to talk about. That'd be fun to talk about. So, just some history with the channel, which is what I was gonna talk about a little bit earlier, but you know, we went on a whole bunch of other stuff. Um, or just maybe like fun facts with the channel. So, live streaming. I know I streamed an hour early today, but I just thought it'd be fun to stream an hour earlier in case it went long. But I stream at 8 o'clock on every Saturday, and well, it might just seem kind of arbitrary, like, oh, weekends make sense to stream, it's longer, and then 8 o'clock at night, just a random time. It actually stems from when I used to stream on Twitch every so often, because while it was a bit more random, for a while I used to do Saturday streams at 8 o'clock. And then when I stopped streaming on Twitch and I moved over to YouTube, I thought a fun way to keep up with, kind of where I started making content is by continuing to do live streams and setting them at 8 o'clock. It's just sort of a fun way to, remember where I came from, if you will. So just sort of a fun carryover from when I used to do Twitch. And that's sort of a fun fact, I guess, if you will, about the channel. And yeah, I got some other fun facts that you guys may or may not know. Now, if we come back here to these older videos, a lot of these were streamed on Twitch. So my Poppy Playtime videos were all streamed on Twitch. My Security Breach videos were all streamed on Twitch. Did we stream? We streamed Escape the Backrooms, right, David?
Yeah, we finished it.
Yeah, we finished it, but we streamed it on Twitch as well. FNAF 2 was on and off. I streamed some of it on Twitch, and then I recorded others, because FNAF 2 is kind of where I started recording videos instead of just streaming on Twitch and then editing those videos down. So these were kind of mixed. The Fredbear Archives, I think, was just recorded. And then Glitched Attraction was also streamed, because these two, part 1 and part 2 were one stream, and then I split them apart. And then I think Springtrap, this one was just a video. And then the last ever Twitch stream I did was part 4 of Glitched Attraction, which was the fun time section. That was the last Twitch stream I ever did. And then I stopped and I switched over to YouTube like a week or two after that, and then we moved on from there. But everything else was recorded since then. So some fun history of the channel facts. But yeah, just some special stuff there. Some unknown history with the game, or with the channel. I'm going crazy. But with Twitch being brought up, I thought this would be kind of fun. We don't have to watch them, but I have all of my old Twitch streams saved. Because I used to record them, right? And that's how I would edit them down into oh, why this one's here. I would edit them down into the videos after that. But I have all of the streams here. All of them saved. So we had streamed beforehand, me and David. What are you laughing about?
How much storage do you have on your computer? You have all these games, all these thumbnails, all these
I'm gonna have
videos.
to go through and clean some stuff up a little bit, because I do have I have space still. I'm starting to run out a little bit. I might get a new bigger hard drive at some point. But
Nice.
I tend to keep a lot more than I need to. Like, I keep a lot of the raw unedited footage for videos. But I'm gonna start going through and cleaning that out, at least for all the non-main FNAF games. Just because it's like, I don't need the raw unedited footage of me playing some random FNAF fan game. Like, I don't really need that, but I keep it anyway because I'm weird like that. But it does take up a lot of storage, but it's fine. But anyway, these are the old Twitch streams. So we have Poppy Playtime. I streamed those back in December of 23. So I had been making content for quite a while before I started on YouTube. And I think, let's see, when does it say the channel was founded? The August 14th. Because I remember I made the channel originally for posting, I guess it's VODs, right? That's like the video version of streams.
Mm-hmm.
Because I made it for posting the VODs of Twitch streams. But then I just kind of ended up not doing that. Like, I streamed, and then I was like, I don't want to make a video. I'm just going to not. And so then I just didn't. Until my first ever video, which was the Minecraft one, which was also a live stream. And then I edited it down and made it a video. And then after that, I wasn't sure if I wanted to continue making like YouTube videos. I was just going to like post whatever I streamed, but I knew I was going to do chapter 3 for Poppy Playtime. And so my thought process was that I was just going to do that, and then I was going to kind of just be done. I wasn't going to continue YouTube. It was just going to be a place where I dumped some poorly edited together VODs and called it good. But then I kind of liked going through and editing the videos and working on that. And then I started doing it more with, Security Breach. And then that kind of just led into actually making YouTube content, which is why I consider today 1 year and not when I posted my first video. Because I wasn't sure I was going to do YouTube.
Which was a Minecraft video.
Yeah, it was a Minecraft video, which, kind of fun there, I guess. But I just wasn't sure I was going to do YouTube after the Minecraft video. And even after Poppy Playtime Chapter 3, I wasn't sure. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed making the videos. I enjoyed, streaming and editing. And then I just kind of went on from there. And now here we are today. With a lot more subscribers than I ever thought I would get in a year. I honestly thought I would be at like 300 in the first year. Because I was like...
Really?
Well, because, you kind of have like low expectations, right? You're like, I'm just kind of starting out. And for me, I didn't want to be like, oh, my videos are going to do amazing and they're going to do great and I'm going to get a super big channel and all that kind of stuff. And I'm still kind of like that now. Like, obviously, I put a lot more time and effort into my videos. But I'm still in the idea of, like, I'd rather be a smaller, closer channel than a large, like, I get a super large channel, like, overnight.
Yeah, he says that.
Build my way up there. I've always been the kind of person who's like, I'd rather have a fewer friends but closer friends than a ton of friends but you're not really close with anybody. That's always been my thought process. So
I just say it, like, in 5 years you're gonna have like 10 million subscribers. You're gonna you're gonna, while you're signing like a multi-year $1 million deal with like a talent agency in LA. You're like, I at this point I only expected like 2,000 subscribers, but now thanks to you guys.
No, I'm
gonna be watching the Super Bowl or something like that.
I am the Super Bowl. No, I know a lot of like YouTubers say this, especially when they're smaller and they're like, when I become a bigger channel, it's not about the money or about whatever, it's about you guys, and then they get 10 million subscribers and you get like a Rice Gum situation where he's like, YouTube did send me my $10 million or 10 million viewer play button, and he gets all angry about it, and he's all like selfish and greedy. Like a lot of YouTubers do that, right? Not all of them, obviously. There's a lot of great YouTubers out there, but you see a lot of bigger YouTubers kind of sell out to the money, and I don't want to do that. I want to stay true to who I am and who the channel is.
Yeah, we're not selling out, we're selling in. That's why you're gonna all support our new lunch.
Dude, lunch. Lunch is back. I saw somebody, they made breakfast, and it was like,
Oh, yeah.
it was basically just the same thing. They were just
What?
like spoofing it, but
Yeah.
yeah, no, I want to keep things humble. Like obviously, I would be over the moon ecstatic if I like went to bed and then I woke up and I was at like 2,000 subscribers. I mean, I feel like I'd be more worried. Like if I went to bed right now and then I woke up tomorrow and I was at 2,000 subscribers, I'd be like, shoot, I didn't sing anything yet. I don't have the 2,000 subscriber special done yet. What am I supposed to do? Like I'd be more worried about that, but like no, I wouldn't be obviously upset if the channel exploded, but I just like kind of doing things slow. You kind of just work your way there. I feel like you feel more accomplished when you kind of work your way towards something rather than just getting it. Which is why, you know, I don't want to go out there and do like view botting and buy viewers and all that kind of crap. Because one, I don't have the money for that, and two, that's just kind of dumb. So.
And if you donate now, we will start view body.
you can contribute to the view bots. But no, I just want to stay true to the channel, and I feel like the two core principles of the channel are, one, you guys. Like I make content for you guys because obviously you guys are the backbone of the channel. Hey, you got a shout out.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you, Bottle Birds. I appreciate it. I do my best.
And you know, it'll be sad when you gotta leave for a little bit, but you know, we'll hopefully still be here when you get back.
Oh yeah. I'm taking a break, guys. Well, okay. To be fair, I'm not like uploading anything, so there's really no point in saying that. But
yeah, you'll be gone, and so you know, collaborations won't be accessible.
Work, guys.
But you know, it's still
that's all.
It's still fun.
That's all I can really say.
Yeah, no, we don't need to get into it, but
yeah.
But yeah, like my core principles of the channel are obviously I make content for you guys. You guys are the backbone of the channel. I really wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. So again, thank you. And you guys are, I would say, tied for top reason why I make YouTube videos. And the number one reason is just because I like it. It gives me something to do, and I enjoy making videos. So there's number one. Money is like last for why I make YouTube. Obviously, I have it enabled, but none of my streams are ever monetized. If you guys notice or don't have ad blockers, I have no ads, mid-roll ads. I have the pre-roll ads, but I don't have mid-roll ads at all because those suck. You don't want to be watching a video and then be like, oh, is he going to get jump scared? And then they're like, oh, stinging commercial for the Whopper.
Whopper.
Yeah. Like, obviously that sucks. So I never have mid-roll ads on, and then obviously.
Would you accept like to do like advertisement for like say NordVPN? Like you just have to like make like a 30-minute intro like in your video.
I would be fine for sponsored videos. I think I don't have it turned on right now because I mean, one, I don't need to, and two, who's gonna sponsor a 1,000 subscriber channel? Which they might maybe, but
you never know.
But I would be down for sponsorships. Like I wouldn't refuse and be like, I don't want the money.
Yeah.
But it would be hard because it's like I would probably only sponsor dude, I gotta find out. I want to find this out because I work at a place that kind of works with USPS. I gotta find out if they'll actually sponsor people. How crazy would it be? This would be like the best day in for the whole channel like ever. If it's like, oh, I start up a discussion video, I have my little intro, and then I'm like, hey guys, welcome back. Got a discussion video. Oh,
We're delivering you a video
first,
and whatever.
It's the USPS sponsorship. It's the sponsorship you've all been waiting for.
And then like it just shows like a 30 minutes or 30 seconds of you talking about USPS in like a USPS uniform or something like that.
This
like you get a package in the mail,
truck.
like, all right, we'll sponsor you, but you gotta wear this.
I could just take like a selfie with the truck, because the truck shows up at where I work.
Yes.
Just take a selfie with the truck. Be like, hey, yeah, this is me with the USPS truck. They sponsor me.
I watched this guy. His name is Sam Ekholm on YouTube, and he was a former Air Force officer, and he makes videos about like fighter jets and stuff. But he works for a company called Raytheon, which, long story short, makes missiles. So because he works for Raytheon, his videos are sponsored by Raytheon. So like in the middle of his videos, he'll get like 30-second ads like of him talking about Raytheon. It's like Raytheon technology makes the most high class missiles for surface to air missiles. I'm like, why do I need this? Why are you sponsoring this to me?
Dude, I'd buy that.
I'm not shopping for surface to air missiles.
Just
yes,
like
let me oh, perfect, man. That's totally what I need. Like
I've been needing a way to get the birds to stop nesting up in the roof.
Yeah. These pesky drones. Now I can finally refill my surface to air missile systems in my backyard.
Those kids won't be messing with the house anymore.
It's hilarious.
I should.
I like watching the videos.
I should do like just imagine like one of my discussion videos. I'm talking about like Five Nights at Freddy's, and I'm going through, and then it's like midway through the video, you get like a fade, and then it just like fades in a picture of me. This is U.S. military grade weaponry. Today's sponsor is just like I like a military base.
Don't be. If Freddy comes after you, always be ready with the latest technology.
You know what they say. Are you ready for Freddy? And with today's sponsor, you will be. I gotta save that. If I ever get a sponsor, I gotta save that.
Are you ready for Freddy?
Then you can do like
Lockheed Martin recoilless missile launchers. You will.
You gotta have like some sort of like submachine gun, and just like, are you ready for Freddy? And like turn around, and there's like a PNG gif of Freddy running towards you. You don't have to worry about Freddy anymore. We need that sponsorship. We got to make it happen.
Lockheed Martin, Raytheon systems, or if you need someone to talk about your weapon missile system, this is the channel to do it.
No, but yeah, I don't know. Sponsorships. I'm fine with sponsorships. I've gotten a couple emails from like people being like, "Hey, I see you make this kind of content. You should play my game." And I'm like, I never know. Like, obviously, I'm not gonna click on any links that are through the email because
yeah, for sure.
I'm not that dumb. But there was one just a couple days ago, and they had a Steam page, but I'm also like, I don't know, a little skeptical. Don't really want to do it.
I mean, yeah, I understand the caution, but I mean, I don't know. I think it's pretty cool at least that people are emailing you.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's been like
with
few and far between, but
yeah.
No, I'm just my biggest dream on YouTube ever. This is my biggest dream. This is what I want to see my career come to. the biggest thing I
Yeah.
ever want to happen with my YouTube channel is that I get the voice acting Garden of Banban.
Oh yeah.
I want to be a voice actor in Garden of Banban. Just be some side
Just-
character.
Just Garden of Banban. Nothing else.
Yeah.
That's gonna be your filmography. We'll scroll down to your Wikipedia and we'll just see
Dude,
Garden
can I
of
be in the Garden of Banban movie?
like you're like Matt Pat in the FNAF movie. Welcome to the Garden of Banban.
Yeah, I'll be like the guy who welcomes everybody in. You know, the doors open and
So
I'm like
this
the
is
greeter.
the Garden of Banban.
You know,
And that's it, that's your
Garten is
only
short
line.
for kindergarten.
A
I don't know why you
Banban.
would shorten it, but you do so. That'd be
And then
great.
I'm also in it, but then they cut my scene out, so I'm not actually in it.
But then you are, but you're like half of you's in the background. It's like you're half cut off the
Yeah.
screen.
So I'm not even credited. They don't even pay me. They just gave me
Just-
like a sandwich and like sent me
The
on my
credits
way.
are just dude and back. No, that's just I just want it. That'd be fun. Or I mean, it doesn't really have to be Garden of Banban, but just like to be part of something. That'd be super fun.
Yeah.
But Banban would
I
be
always
great.
I do love cameos. Like when someone like shows up in a video game or a movie, at least. I don't know. As long as it's not like obnoxious and
Well,
like
yeah.
so forceful, nor so forced in.
Hey guys, it's
Yeah.
me, Rydra Bro 3. Well,
Are you ready for Freddy?
Are you ready for
As
Freddy?
you launch missiles at the pizza
That's my
restaurant.
cameo in the Five Nights at Freddy's 17 movie. Freddy Fazbear's declared war on the world. We need to stop him. And then you
Don't
could
worry,
do like
guys.
the
We're
final
ready
scene.
for
It'll be like
Freddy.
it'll be like a self-sacrifice. I'm like driving up towards Freddy and he's like not expecting it, and then all of a sudden he turns around and he sees me and I'm like, oh, we're turning the tables on this. Freddy, are you ready for me? Boom up. Greatest movie,
No.
pure cinema right there.
Five Nights at Freddy's 17, but it's about a racing game.
It just turns into Fast and Furious.
It's all a family. Five Nights at Freddy 17 Freddy goes to the moon or something like that.
Dude, maybe they'll actually make Freddy in Space the movie.
Freddy on ice.
Freddy on Ice. Freddy the Broadway musical.
Not Five Nights at Freddy's the Broadway, just Freddy
Just
the
Freddy.
Broadway musical.
It's like
Just
it's like a it's like Joker, but it's just
Yeah.
Freddy. It's the Freddy Fazbear origin story. No, I think it's a little
Or something.
sad that you're gonna be gone when the second movie comes out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go to the theaters alone and sit next to all these kids and just listen to them be like, "That's Freddy." No, it'll be fine.
Last time, the last time we went, looking back, it was either like people in their 20s or really like young kids who were in that movie, like no in between,
Yeah, it was.
like old Zoomers, like trying to relive nostalgia, including us.
But I just wonder if the
talk.
next one will be like more people will show up.
I don't know, I mean, Markiplier is showing up in it, so I have
Well,
no doubt
yeah.
it will.
Well, he can't not.
What if the second movie is just Markiplier, but like it's just him playing Five Nights at Freddy's
Dude.
2? Like that's the second movie. That's it.
That would be great. You just see Markiplier there. Wait, what was that? Oh! And you see him like fly back in the chair.
That's it. It's just that for 2 hours.
Honestly,
Yeah,
Markiplier
absolute
jump scare
cinema.
compilation for a movie? That would be crazy. That'd be crazy to see in a theater. Just a massive screen, and there's just Markiplier.
I wouldn't know how to feel about that, honestly.
Well, yeah, it'd be weird. And then would you have him in the top corner, or would you have him be part of the scene?
Both. He's reacting
Both.
to himself.
Man, I don't remember recording this. I wonder what's gonna. Whoa,
Oh my gosh!
dude, I was watching some Markiplier FNAF recently, just because nostalgia's sake,
Yeah.
and I was kind of going through, it, and I'm like you can definitely tell he's more used to this because he doesn't react like
Yeah.
he used to. Like watching his newer FNAF, it's like, whoa, oh, okay, whoa, that scared me. And then like the old ones, he's like flying off of his chair. Like, he
Yeah,
just
he's
doesn't
so
react
used
like
to
he
it.
used to.
Yeah. Oh well.
I would say that happens to me, but I still get scared sometimes.
Oh yeah.
It happens. Happens to all of us.
Yep.
Well, anything else? Anybody
think
want to
that's
talk about
all.
anything else?
We've been streaming for 110 minutes. I think this goes on record as one of our longest streams. This is the longest stream we've done without playing any games. That's impressive.
Well,
Hats off to us.
that's the truth. Because I've only had one other stream where I wasn't playing anything. But even then, that was for over an hour. That was my It was basically just like a working stream. But hey, this one's at least got a purpose for not playing anything. But yeah, I think we'll start to close it out here. It's been a pretty long stream. I mean, longest is still Portal 2, but
Oh yeah, that was a really long one.
it was over 2 hours.
right?
Over 2 hours.
Wow.
But yeah, so I guess just kind of a quick wrap up. Going forward with the channel, not too much changing, just sort of a change in visuals and hopefully like editing stuff. Like I'm hoping to spend more time on stuff and make sure stuff's a bit better. Both because I want to improve on my stuff and to, hopefully give you guys a more entertaining video. Not that the old ones weren't, but sometimes better editing can do that. But that's sort of my plan for going forward. Just continuing to improve, and that's all we really can do. I don't know. That's kind of it for that. Like I said, tomorrow will be the rest of the Poppy Playtime series, so make sure to watch for those because it's going to be a lot of fun. Man, the ending to Poppy Playtime Chapter 4, absolutely great. But so those will be out tomorrow, and then we're going to start our Glitched Attraction replay, which I'm super excited for because I have not touched the game or anything related to it, like YouTube videos, since playing it like almost a year ago. So we're going to be going in not blind, but probably a little rusty because it's been a while. So I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, David, anything else you want to say?
Nope.
All right.
I don't know.
No, you're good.
What a fun stream. Thank you everybody for joining us tonight.
Yeah,
We had a lot of fun.
it was a good way to celebrate 1 year. I wouldn't have it
Yeah.
any other way. So,
Here's to more 1 years.
Yep. Well, here's to 2 years.
Yeah.
Which maybe we'll do Security Breach for 2 years. Who knows? We'll see.
Yeah, maybe I'll finally finish it.
maybe you will.
And maybe I'll post a video.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
But
Who knows?
yeah, again,
Right.
thank you all, and I'm looking forward to playing more games and doing some more talking and doing my part 2 on the problem with FNAF theories because I want to do that and I think it'll be fun. So because I'm just assuming that's the one that's gonna win since it's in the lead. But anyway, again, thank you all, and I will see you tomorrow. But technically, the footage is already recorded, so Monday will be when I'm kind of back to close to being live footage. So anyway, see you all. Hope you guys have a good rest of your night or day, depending. And yeah, thank you all again, and see you around next time. Goodbye.